It's that time again, everybody. Hi, it's time for the show. My goodness, the weeks are going by faster and faster. It's time for Drinks with Dee Dee.
And John. And we are at the Kentucky Castle. Hooray.
We are.
Love you.
Love you too. We are,
That's so good.
yep.
All right, by the
It's so
way,
good.
before we get started, this is really important business. This wonderful bottle of bourbon is called True Story, and there is a true story behind it.
There is. Yep, and it's, I'm going to read from the back. From the table of the Henderson family, American whiskey legacy. Pull up a chair. That's exactly what we just did. And it's from Wes
Yay,
Henderson.
friend.
Thank you, Wes. And by the way, this gentleman, if you're into bourbon, then you know that well, you haven't tried this yet, maybe.
And
but
we love bourbon. We're really into bourbon. And we love
Wes is the founder of Angel's Envy, which is an amazing bourbon. But I got to tell you, I like this one. I like this one even more.
I think I do too.
And they make a rye too in a white bottle. That last night when we got here, we're at the Kentucky Castle. I'm looking at the wrong spot. The green light. I know better than that. We got here to the Kentucky Castle last night in Versailles. That's how they say it here, Versailles, not Versailles. So we are at the.
But we are in a castle.
We are in a castle. Yeah. Tony, show some pictures. And
Like
it's
Versailles.
snowing. It's snowing, and we are in, I guess, what you call a turret. No,
Tower. We're in the tower.
we're in the tower. The turrets are those things up top that they would shoot the cannon out of. You know, when the Hatfields or the McCoys stormed the castle here in Kentucky. But in Kentucky, this town is called Versailles, not Versailles.
But you have.
Versailles.
I haven't read this or I don't know this, but my guess is because it's a castle and, Versailles, the palace of, my guess is that's why they built the palace.
But they still call it Versailles.
They do. And Wes Henderson doesn't own Angel's Envy anymore. He sold it for a buku, bunches, tons of money.
I'm sure he sold it for less than it was worth because it was an amazing. It is, not was. It's still out there.
Well.
Angel's Envy is still out there.
Oh, yeah.
And it's wonderful.
He's a great business guy. But then he started this, I think it would be called small batch or boutique, because Angel's Envy is huge. Bacardi bought it, actually.
Right. Actually.
And so now we have True Story. And if you're ever in the Lexington area, or really anywhere, come by the Kentucky Castle, kids. It's really amazing. All of a sudden, you see this huge castle.
Yeah, you're driving down the road and go, what is that? Is that
It's a for real castle.
Am I hallucinating or is that a castle?
Tower Suite. We'll come back. We'll try all the different rooms, but this huge downstairs area, and then there are like 3 levels of steps, so we feel right at home because we have that at home.
Lots of steps at home.
And then it's beautiful upstairs.
Yep.
So it really is. We're in the tower at the Kentucky Castle, so check it out if you're ever in the area.
It is great. It is great. We've been here a bunch of times before. They have a terrific restaurant.
Oh, the food's good.
Over yonder in the picture, you saw the picture where it's the front of the castle, actually. And we had a wonderful meal there last night. Stuffed eggplant was really great. And charcuterie board. Yep, had that last night too. That was really great. He's making a joke because I always call it charcuterie, and she said, "No, just think of
cooter.
Just think of cooter, charcuterie. I'll never forget it.
I'll never forget it now.
It does seem like an odd. It's French, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Charcuterie. I'm sure they say it's
Chardonnay and charcuterie.
So anyway, we've had a wonderful time. We're going to talk about what's going on in the world, but before that, we're going to here, Tony, show them the picture of us in our Indiana jerseys. There we go. Go
Indiana, Indiana, we're up for you.
Go Hoosiers.
It's
Hoosiers. Although
that was fun.
I came up with this thing. I think it's pretty cool. I did learn that there's actually a band that played in Madison.
Yeah, Mad Paddle.
At Mad Paddle the other night called Hoosier Daddy.
And they reached out, and I really want to meet John. Well,
so we just put a T-shirt out. You can go to johnschneider.shop if you're a Hoosier fan, or if you're a college football fan, or if you're a fan of the underdog absolutely seizing the castle. then
Well done, honey.
you're gonna love this T-shirt.
Well played.
Of course, it's a play off of Who's Your Daddy? It's Who's Your Daddy? And you know why I came up with that? Where were we the other day when sausage? Because
Oh my God!
because
I
it's
still
south
don't
of the
get this.
border. You never saw such a place. And what they wrote is, you never sausage a place.
Like sausage. And
Yeah,
I'm
like a
what?
sausage.
I didn't get it.
It's one of those things. I'm sure there's some high dollar word for it, but when you look at it, it's like, okay, that doesn't make sense. But when you say it,
Phonetically,
it's like, oh, now I get it. So you never saw such a place was great. So that's why I came up with, which I thought was an original idea, but it's not, because there's a band out there called Who's Your Daddy? But when I tried to explain it to Luke to design the shirts, it was like, Who's Yours Daddy? No, not Who's Yours Daddy.
Who's your
Who's your daddy?
No,
He never said it out loud. If he said it now,
Yes,
now he
of
gets it.
course.
Now he gets it. So we're working on some new stuff there. But what an amazing! Don't let me forget to talk about the Zippo lighters and the stuff we got, new stuff we've got in the store. But that game from beginning to end was just unbelievable. I mean,
And there was something in the air that night. Na 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 na. Fernando. What a great!
I just got out of the shower and I washed my hair and I
What a great
can't do a thing with it. Look at that. Say goodbye to this, by the way.
Yeah,
Tomorrow,
getting a haircut.
it's going away.
Shave and a haircut.
But
Well, we got this great hat at Greenbrier because we have to look. We've had the best couple of weeks. Really, we've been traveling because we're on the Happy Birthday America tour because we're celebrating the birthday of America, which 250 years sesquicentennial. It's actually this coming July 4th, but we started last year because we are going to visit all 50 states and we're doing a documentary. So we're taking start. We started in Madison. Of course, our
4th of July, did the concert that night,
Amazing.
midnight, 4th of July,
was
we were on
packed.
stage. Yep.
It was wonderful.
Yep.
And July 4th to this July 4th, and we will hit, as promised, all 50 states, and we are having a blast.
We are having a blast. We're doing things that not some people do it, but we're finding places like somehow the other day in North Carolina, we found the opportunity on the Outer Banks to drive Royal, the Bronco, Royal Blue, the Bronco, on the beach. And I don't mean just kind of putt on the beach. I mean, it was, for anybody out there watching old enough to remember the Rat Patrol, I felt like I was in the Rat Patrol, just wah, going down. But now in sand, wah is probably 30 miles an hour. But it was so much fun. And the ocean, the Atlantic Ocean is right there. I put the passenger side tires in the Atlantic Ocean as we were driving down or up the beach.
The Raptor's amazing in any terrain. So, John had the Baja terrain on.
The Baja, yeah, the Baja, yeah. There's it was in four-wheel drive, four-wheel high. Didn't need four-wheel low, but four-wheel high Baja mode, which is basically pretty much climb anything. And four-wheel low, it'll climb a tree. But so we do that, and there's signs that say, four-wheel drives only, four-wheel drive beach.
And sure enough, we passed a car that was stuck because it was a little guy.
It was a four-wheel drive, but come on.
Little.
Come on, Mr. and Mrs. USA.
An electric.
If you have an electric four-wheel drive vehicle,
don't drive it on the beach.
It's 4 inches off the ground.
Yeah.
Don't drive in 10 inches of sand with those street tires. I'm going to send you a picture. Here's a picture of them.
With the flashing caution lights.
And we drove all the way up the beach, which was
and
probably 20 minutes, and came back, and they were still there. Just one person in the car like this. But so just because it's four-wheel drive doesn't mean, you got to do a little bit of the math. And also, electric vehicles are full of what? Batteries. Batteries are light? No, batteries are very heavy. They had, not only did they have...
This car was low to the ground.
They had a low-to-the-ground, four-wheel drive, street tire, electric, heavy battery vehicle, but they had 5 people in it.
And they didn't even make it a mile because they were following us on the beach. And
yeah.
And I don't think it was even a mile, and they were like
I think
stuck.
maybe 200 yards.
Yes.
I think Fernando threw the ball further than that in the first quarter of the game.
No further than that.
Oh, God.
God, what a guy.
if you haven't seen that game, but anyway, so we were on the what do they call it? OBX,
Outer Banks.
Outer Banks
And by the way, we don't have the info
crossing.
yet.
I don't know.
Actually, I just don't have the date in front of me, but we're doing the Outer Banks Hillbilly Festival. I'm sure that's not exactly the name, but
I think you said
look
it's in
for it.
October.
It is in October, so there's plenty of time. We'll let you know about it. But John will be playing in the Outer Banks with the band, and it'll be
Right.
fantastic. It'll be a big show.
Yeehaw! So that was a lot of fun. And we went, my gosh, we've just been so many places.
Saint Augustine.
St.
We've already
Augustine,
talked about that, but still, it's wonderful.
that was last week. Yep. But then we're-
Jacksonville, we saw Harrison, my forever friend.
Oh,
John's
yep,
new
yep,
friend.
yep. Who's
And then our friends, Gary and Susan, met Harrison.
Yep,
And then,
we were all together.
oh, it was great.
And Harrison is in charge and has been for, what did he say, 18 years?
He's been there like 30 years.
Yeah, but he's been in charge of this particular.
Veterans Affairs.
Yeah, so it's Veterans Affairs. So you walk
He runs
into
the
this
place.
man's
Sorry, but
office.
he does.
You walk into this man's office, and there are veterans who are working there. There are trophies and plaques and all kinds of things. If there's any way to celebrate and show your appreciation for veterans,
In Jacksonville.
this gentleman has figured out how to do it, and it was so wonderful and not just patriotic. It was like an honor. It was an honor to be in his office, and an honor. Everybody that we came in contact with, when Dee Dee's known him forever, but when we said we'd like to see Harrison, they were all like,
It was like he's the president of the
"Oh
United
my God,
States.
yes,
He's such a great guy. He always has been. I know him way back in young Republicans, and that's when and he corrected me because I thought I was chairman at the time, but I was co-chairman with Kevin McCarthy, who was Speaker of the House. But anyway, he was chairman. I was co-chairman, and Harrison was chairman of Florida. So all the YRs, we call it the YR Mafia, all the YRs move except for me. I'm doing drinks with Dee Dee and John. But they moved up in politics, and I've certainly dabbled in it. But these folks are just killing it, including Harrison. He's been with the city of Jacksonville for 30 years, and he is amazing. Everyone loves him. You mentioned his name, and like John said, the C's part.
Yep, and
As
they
they should, because he's such a great guy.
and they
He's
have
one of those.
the second largest Vietnam memorial in the country, second only to the one in DC.
DC.
Yeah, so that's there in Jacksonville. It's beautiful. I think they're building a theater around it. Anyway, it was a great time there. Beautiful town. And then we went to another town that was the first settlement. Now this is interesting to me. There's
Very.
a lot of towns, a lot of places in our country on the eastern seaboard claim to be the first
01. Can you see
town.
the 01?
Oh, one. There's an 01
Honey,
right there.
Can you all see that?
Look over there. Look that way. There. Yeah, they can see that.
So
So-
I have to add this before you go on. This hat was given to me by this beautiful girl in Hazard, Kentucky, and she brought it to me, and we were with
She
Brandon.
knitted it herself.
I love this, and she's a singer, I believe, and just a sweet girl. Oh, sometimes I feel like don't feel comfortable mentioning names. People may not like it, but I'd love to mention your name, girlfriend, if I'm allowed next show. But I love this hat; it's amazing, and she did. Yeah, she made it herself. And people give me hats a lot. Imagine that. But I
Notice
really
I'm wearing a
appreciate
hat
it.
today. I was feeling, I was having hat envy.
It's beautiful. Yeah,
It is a great hat.
we
It's
bought
also,
that in Greenbrier.
it's waterproof.
And a shirt.
But we're getting ahead of ourselves.
Yeah.
Getting ahead of ourselves.
Well,
So,
that happens.
so Plymouth Rock was years after, actually it was a century after,
Well, not that many years.
no, after St. Augustine.
Well, yeah, Saint Augustine. That's a different thing altogether.
And then there was 16, oh gosh, I'm going to get my dates wrong.
well,
Forgive
then
me.
there was the Lost Colony, which
Well, there was Roanoke, which is the lost colony of Roanoke, not Virginia, by the way, North Carolina.
North Carolina. That
North Carolina. I had heard of the lost colony of Roanoke. I'd looked for it. I also looked for the Lost Dutchman mine in Arizona in the Superstition Mountains. Never found either one. But you know why I never found the lost colony of Roanoke? Because I always thought it was in Virginia.
because there's a
But you
Roanoke,
did too,
Virginia.
right?
Oh yeah, it's so confusing. And not only that, when we were there and we watched the video and
Oh, read the hysterical markers, and if you have
We
the
love all of
opportunity at a not a convention center, a welcome center or a
Visitor
tourist center,
center.
visitor center. That's the word. Thank you.
Rocking and rolling, swishing and splashing over the horizon. What can it be? Looks like it's going to be a new country. But that was the Pilgrims. John and I, we discussed this
Was that
thoroughly.
Schoolhouse Rock?
Yes. But everybody,
Junction, what's your function?
But John and I talked extensively about how
Oh, it wasn't that expensive.
how everyone claims to be '01. Everyone wants to be '01. John's '01, clearly. But everybody wants to be '01. But the timeline, like John was saying, is Saint Augustine. It wasn't the first English settlement, but there were people there well before it, the Lost Colony, Jamestown, and
Jamestown. Now, Jamestown is 1607. 1607. And you go there and Jamestown is gone. Not because anything happened. They moved for some reason. And I want to figure this out. They just decided to move an entire village, town, which is only
capital,
like 7 miles away. So they just picked up and moved, not because of feet or famine or blight or anything. They just collectively decided to leave Jamestown and form the capital 7 miles. I don't know why they would do that. And it's right there on the St. James River. I thought for a moment,
St. James? Is it St. James?
Yeah.
Okay.
Isn't it?
Not sure.
It's not St. John's, that's in Newfoundland.
Right.
Which will bring us to Greenland. But we'll get there in a minute.
We'll talk about that too.
Yeah. But so what's left there, the fort is there. You didn't get to see the fort is owned by somebody else. So that's what that guy was saying.
Oh.
So I took pictures of the fort.
Replica?
Or restore, probably a replica.
But there's part of the old church left. There was a facade of the original church, at least.
The only thing that's in Jamestown proper are the parts of the foundations of the buildings. Well, but it was big. So I don't know. I'm going to look into this. I don't know why an entire town, because you have to have a meeting and everybody has to agree. When's the last time everybody in your town agreed on anything? Right? Everybody. Without a problem. It wasn't because they were being attacked. It wasn't because the water was rising. How high is the water, Mama? Wasn't because of anything except. It is
swampy there. Remember when we drove through and the water was really close? It is swampy.
It is swampy, and they do have tide pools there. But that would have kept them when they moved. It was an old town. I'm fascinated by this piece of history.
Honey, I'm so proud of you that you are, because of course I have a history degree. I love it. So I always think of everything in that way.
Is your history degree old?
He loves to do and then he does that.
Excuse me.
Okay, what is that laugh cartoon character that you like to be?
I think it's precious.
That doesn't make sense. Someone who laughs like that doesn't.
It's a dog. It's a dog.
He loves.
I don't know. Anyway, so it was fascinating.
I'm proud of you that you're like into history now.
Well, I've always liked history, but when you actually go there, it's one thing to look at pictures. Oh, look, there's a foundation.
It does make a difference.
When you look at Williamsburg, and we were also in Yorktown, it's called
which was totally cool.
The Historic Triangle.
Yorktown,
Jamestown, and Williamsburg.
Make sure and visit with your kids. It's just such great.
And you can take a great tour. We didn't have time, but you can take a great all-day tour
to see all
on a trolley that'll take you through everything. But when you are there, when you're looking at a book, something's on one page and something's on another page. You don't get any concept of their proximity. But when you are there, you go, well, wait a minute. That Williamsburg is right over there. Why did they do this without some reason? Well, I'm sounding like Jimmy Stewart.
Well, it is a wonderful life.
It is a wonderful life.
You have a wonderful life.
So that was great. We did. We filmed a bunch for the Happy Birthday America tour there. South of the border we talked about last week, right? Or no?
I don't think so.
It's been a busy week.
We have had the most wonderful time in the last, I'd say most of it has been in the last 10 days, because we've got to get 50.
I'd say since July 2nd, 3 years ago.
Right.
Almost 3 years ago.
We've got to
2 years.
Go through 50 states to celebrate Happy Birthday America. And we're going to do it because we keep our word. So it's a lot.
A lot.
to go
It's a
to all
lot.
50 states and celebrate our country. But I'm telling you, John is so good at this. You know, 'cause
Oh,
he makes movies and music or whatever, but this is just his bailiwick about putting together. This is going to be the best documentary. I'm telling you. We could do a travel show too.
let
But
me
this is
no,
documentary.
no. Let
Well,
me
not right
no.
now. We've got this to do till July 4th.
Let me explain. This is not going to be a documentary that takes a deep dive into.
It's like an appetizer.
Yes, it's not. It doesn't take a deep dive into. We're not going to go to 15 places in every state. We're
No.
going to go to sometimes 3, sometimes 4, sometimes 1. But it's intent, and these places that we're going are places that you probably maybe you heard about once, or these are not the normal places that everybody goes to.
I mean, there's
Because
some.
what we are trying to do with this documentary is give you an appetite, wet your whistle a little bit, so you'll go, oh, I want to go. I want to go to Williamsburg. I want to go see what Jamestown looked like. I want to go to this place and that place. I want to go to south of the border.
History.
Yeah,
We want you to appreciate American history.
but its intention is to make you hungry to go somewhere where that we're depicting in the documentary. So when it comes out, I don't want to hear anybody saying, "Oh, I would have liked to have known more." Well, that's the point. We
You
are
go
saying,
and learn more.
you, here we are. Here's a little taste. Now you go and check it out.
Yeah, we're just appetizer for this. We want you all to go and have the entree. It's just like, wow, Saint Augustine. You know, we should.
We are the aperitif.
We want the aperitif. You're right.
Aperitif. Okay.
So, or appetizer, whatever. But you,
We're in Versailles. Okay. Aperitif. Aperitif. Digestivo.
well done.
I'd like a digestive aid. Okay, here. Anyway,
A digestive.
that's what it means.
I know that.
It's just not
That's
as
very
it's not as
that's very
flowery.
hazard. A digestive aid.
Give me some, would you?
What would in hazard be a digestive aid? What do you think that would be?
Digestivo.
Well, no, that's not what I mean. What do you think in hazard a digestive aid would be?
Prune juice.
Exactly.
I like prune juice. I like prune juice.
Ew.
You don't like
Ew.
prune juice?
I don't think I've ever had it.
You ever had stewed prunes?
No.
Oh,
Ew, that's so
they're
weird.
good with heavy cream. Oh,
That
oh
is
yeah.
so
Just watch
weird.
out. There's a big old pit in there. So be
Ew.
careful. Unless they're pitted.
Is that a
Stewed
New
prunes.
York weird Yankee thing? That is so
No, that's
weird.
probably my mother a Floridian thing. Probably is. Anyway, so
I'll stick with the
after that,
digestivos. Prune juice with what?
heavy cream.
Okay.
Oh, I can taste them right now. Prunes are good for you too.
Digestive aid.
It's a digestive aid. Gets things going.
Oh boy. Maybe I'll have Indian food instead. That I like. Oh, and by the way, Indian American second lady, who I hate that word though. I don't think it's Spirit of Usha. She is having a fourth kid, a baby, a boy, and it'll be the first baby born during a vice presidential time, like when they're elected.
Oh, well, terrific.
Meaning that she is going to have 4 children. I mean, I love this woman and I love JD Vance. You know, he grew up in my neck of the woods where I was born, you know, in Jackson and Hazard and all that. So she is an Indian American. She's going to have her fourth kid while JD Vance is the vice president. And historically, has never happened before since we're talking about history. So well done, JD. Well done, Usha.
That's fantastic.
It really is. It's exciting.
He's a good guy.
And they're from Cincinnati, right down the river from us. So we love them.
Yep. It's funny watching the left go crazy about
they are
about him, and they have right from the very beginning. Because remember, they made that wonderful movie,
Hillbilly Elegy.
Hillbilly Elegy, right? And
he was so struggling, and he made it, and he made it work. I mean,
pardon my finger here. I'm going to move this thing so I stop looking in the wrong spot. It's my fault. There we go. Uh-oh, host will be here soon. There we go.
Uh-oh.
But yeah, they were all for him. And I think Ron Howard directed that movie, right? And then when he got on the ticket with Trump, all of a sudden, well, he's changed. He's just not the way he was. Well, yes, he is.
Blah, blah,
He
blah.
is. I mean, I saw that movie, and I know people that know him. And
He
guess
grew up
what?
in Eastern
J.D.
Kentucky.
Vance is exactly the way he
You
was.
know what?
The only person
We
that
don't
changed,
change.
Ron, Opie, is you. You're the only person that changed. You couldn't have spent any time with him and then been surprised that he is a right-wing conservative. There's no possible way. So stop pretending you were surprised. Put your big boy pants on and just admit that you have a different perspective. And that's okay. So there.
We just don't agree with it.
Well, and they don't agree with ours either, and that's fine.
Don't care.
And neither do they. Why should they? Why should they? But
That's
you know, the
America.
difference is, I do honestly believe that the major difference is that folks on the right are willing. Now, I'm not saying we run out and try to have our minds changed about something, but when we hear something that makes sense, that doesn't toe our line, that doesn't speak our current narrative, I do think that, I know I do, I go, huh, I never thought about it that way. Now, sometimes I go, I'm going to consider it. And sometimes I say, well, shit. Now I've got to think about it that way, run it through the machine that is John and see what comes out. And quite a few times my mind has been changed. A couple of times, not so much. But
Well, for me,
my friends on the other side, they will not change.
No.
They will cut their nose off to spite their face. I mean, if you can't see, let me rephrase that. If you refuse to see that the body of land in between Russia and communist China,
Oh boy.
that is right over the flight path of any bad stuff,
America.
right under the flight path of any bad stuff you might want to lob our way. If you can't see the tactical importance of controlling that piece of property that is immense, then you're an idiot. And you're an idiot on this. It's one thing to be stupid, and it's another thing to be intentionally stupid. And I think once it was explained, who's that great guy on Fox that explained it yesterday?
Oh, Bill Hemmer.
Bill, what's his last name?
Hemmer, and he.
Bill Hemmer
and
explained
from
it
Cincinnati,
so
like
well.
J.D. Vance. Well, he grew up in Eastern Kentucky, but he is officially Cincinnati now, and Bill Hemmer's from there as well.
Okay.
Just saying.
So we want to thank you, Bill, because kind of like I was talking about, if you read about Williamsburg and Jamestown and Yorktown, they're just on different pages. You don't really get the proximity. So what he did on Fox yesterday, I believe it was, is he showed the map. He showed the globe, which was even better, which is kind of confusing to look at because we're so used to looking at all these maps just flat. Well, guess what, flat earthers? It ain't flat. So
They're coming to America. Boom, boom.
today, yes. So he showed a visual of the potential flight path, because they go in a straight line. I mean, they can vary, but they go in a straight line. He showed a visual of the flight path of ICBMs and different bad stuff that could be lobbed over our way from China and from Russia. And now, yes, somebody is just saying, well, Russia is only 40 miles of Bering Strait. It's only 40 miles from Alaska. Yes, that is true. That's on the other side. Okay. But on this side, on the side that Connecticut and New Hampshire and Maine and New York and all of us should be concerned about is Greenland. It's right there. And it's like, what are those things? Oh, those are ICBMs. I guess they're going to Detroit. Being able to control that ground and airspace, being able to patrol that ground and airspace is in the best interest of the planet, not just the United States of America. And Canada, my goodness, if you can't see or if you won't see that we will protect your soil because we are protecting our soil, and that Greenland is an important part of that, but come on, get a globe out, take a look at it. What you doing?
Well, I'm just looking something up. So anyway, Greenland really is, it's very simple because Russia's here and we're here and Greenland's right in the middle. So that's what John's saying. It's like back and forth, back and forth. Greenland is very important to our defenses. But the crazy thing is that John uh, didn't bring up, why would he at that point? But Canada has lost their mind. I mean, hello, Canada's like,
We
well,
love Canada, but
we're
my
with
God.
China, and we're like, what? Oh, because when this guy, the Canadian guy, I don't want to say his name because frankly I forgot it, and I don't want to say it anyway because he's such a moron.
What do you really think?
In the beginning, he's like, well, because he took the place of Katy Perry's boyfriend.
Oh, God. I don't know
Pretty
his
boy.
name either.
Yeah. We tend to not like
Anyway.
mentioning names that we forget.
Well,
We
we
forgot
forget.
them.
We forget. But we love Canada. I did Smallville in Canada. I did
Yeah.
Night of the Twisters in Canada.
Well,
Canada's an amazing country.
The leadership of Canada is just screwy. So
Yeah.
anyway, they're like, well, now New World Order. This guy literally, within a week,
He said those
he
words.
said those words.
We're going to help you usher in the New World Order.
We are we are positioned so well for the New World Order. And the guy next to him, I don't remember his first name. His last name was Mo, and he leads Saskatchewan.
He spit his coffee out.
Which I'm sure is more conservative than this guy. He's like, what? He literally talked about Canada being part of the New World Order. And it's like, New World, did you ever see Star Wars? I mean, these are the bad guys. You don't want New World Order. That means everybody is ruined.
Don't put your money on the Death Star. Do not put your money on the Death Star. Yes, Alderaan got destroyed, but that's still no reason to put your money on the Death Star. Do not
because
bet on Apollo Creed. Don't bet on Apollo Creed.
No,
everything's a movie to us.
Unless you're just an idiot, you know that New World Order, being a globalist, is a very bad thing. Look, in America, we love USA. It's the best country in the world. We are not acquiescing to anyone. Thank goodness for President Trump because he makes that very clear. Thank goodness. Yeah. And Iran is like saying, well, we're going to blow you to bits or whatever. And Donald Trump's like, hey, anything happens to me, you're
take like your best shot.
You're dust. You're nothing.
Yeah, there's already instructions on a piece of paper.
That's right. You're done, buddy.
That's it. Before I hit the ground.
That's right. Seriously.
And you know what's great is that he means it.
Oh, for sure.
And the world knows that he means it. But think about this. This is really, truly nationalism. You are supposed to be, and President Trump has said this many times. If you're Australian, if you're supposed to love your country, of course you're supposed to fight for the betterment of your country and your people and your family. Yes, yes, yes. Everybody understands that. That's what he's doing. Globalists are about, and if I'm sure there aren't any globalists watching, because why would you? But globalists are, let's just talk nuts and bolts of finance. They're invested in all of these different things everywhere. And when something goes awry in a place where they have an investment under their investment umbrella, they lose money. That's all they care about. That's all they care about. Because the notion that if we all become one world, that we're all going to sit around a campfire and sing Kumbaya and eat s'mores, it's baloney. That's not the natural state of people. People, when you put two people in a room, you're going to get a disagreement. When you put 2 billion people in a room, of course you're going to get a disagreement. There's always going to be an us, and there's always going to be a them, and we are always going to agree on some things and not agree on a bunch of other things. So what you need to do in your neighborhood is protect your household. What you need to do in your community is protect your neighborhood. What you need to do in your state is protect your town. And what you need to do in your country is protect your, you get where I'm going here? And that's exactly what President Trump is doing. And to dig your heels in just because a person you don't like came up with a good idea is childish. Just stop. Stop it.
Well, I really know.
Right now. Stop it. Stop. Stop it. By the way, my fingers have healed up. Look.
Finally.
Look at that. This one, I'm amazed. I can actually get back on my laptop with my fingerprint now. For a while, I couldn't. It was like, who the hell's that? But my fingerprint is back. How in the world is that possible? Thank you, God, for creating such amazing physiology. Is that the right word? That
I
makes
think
it
it works.
possible to basically destroy your fingertip and have the same fingerprint come back.
Pretty cool.
Blows my mind. Then we went to Greenbrier. Talk about Greenbrier.
America's Resort. Something that is quite fascinating about Greenbrier, other than for one, it's beautiful.
West
It's like
Virginia, by the way. West
yes,
Virginia.
Sulphur Springs. Oh no, White
White
Sulphur.
Sulphur Springs, West Virginia.
Yeah, unbelievable. And many people have gone. When you go there, you just want to go back. You have to go back. It's so beautiful.
Well,
and
you don't want to leave. She didn't want to leave. She
I
was
didn't want
like,
to leave.
she was like, if you ever had any kids and they didn't want to leave the theme park, it's like,
I'm like, do we have to leave? But we do because we've got a show on Friday in
and we have to go home.
Ohio, and then we got to go home first. So we had to leave. So,
We got socks to wash.
yeah, we do. We do. We have to do a little laundry.
That's why I bought a new shirt
Truly.
at Greenbrier, and we also did the golf simulator
Oh
at
yeah.
Greenbrier because it was too cold to play the golf
And
course.
we played Old White. There are golf courses called Old White.
Where Sam Snead was an assistant pro, and then a pro, and has many records there.
Now this is like an old school resort. It's amazing. They used to have the waters. You know, a lot of these resorts.
Don't they still have the?
I'm not sure.
Like Saratoga?
I feel like they don't really do that anymore. I'm not sure. Like French Lake, they have the waters. They call them Pluto waters. It's basically sulfur waters, hence the name
Healing waters.
White Sulphur Springs.
Right, but that wasn't that also Saint Augustine was the fountain of youth.
Well, that's a different
But it's
thing. That was
I know,
kind of
but
like
it's still
water to survive. But there are no
no. They have
sulfur.
sulfurs. They have hot springs in Saint Augustine
right.
too. I think.
But here and there, remember we ran into it like out west, the sulfur.
Yeah, the Hot Lake. It's called Hot Lake. And we that's part of the I just mentioned that actually on
Part of
the documentary.
documentary.
Yeah. So wherever there's hot water bubbling up out of the ground,
Sulfur Springs.
right? Then those
That's
waters,
not like sulfur. It's supposed to be good for you.
those waters have healing powers. So
But
there's a
another
bunch of those
thing-
places, but Greenbrier was artistic. I do feel artistic.
I love this beret. Oh my god!
Is it purple or is it violet?
I think it's lavender.
Lavender. That's right. That's the cross. But okay,
I
perfect.
love it though. Oh my god.
Okay, all right.
I mean,
So-
I love this O1 that
Give me that.
my super duper sweet girl in Hazard made for me. See, it says O1.
There we go. True story.
But I had worn this many times, so it's a gift of love. So anyway, here's a question.
Okay, ask the
To
question.
win the lavender beret, who, since we're in horse country, we are at the Kentucky Castle. Keeneland's right down the road.
Right.
Lexington, Versailles, whatever. So anyway.
The Derby's not far. Churchill Downs, not far.
But it's all about the horses. We're in horse country. So the question is, to win this beautiful hat that John wore earlier, and I love his color. What horse was the first Derby winner? The very first, the 01. See the 01? We're all about 01.
First Derby winner.
The very first Derby winner. And if you're the first one to get that right, you win this hat. You win this fabulous hat. I love it.
I think that's
Beret.
Okay, give me that.
And so I love that color though. It's so nice. I love the orange too.
It's very
the
pretty.
orange, maybe the orange even more.
Remember,
But the good old boy.
remember, if you get a
Oh,
notification that you won, please send us your
Yeah,
address.
because a lot of you say
we have like
the
4
answer,
hats at home waiting
and
to
you
go
don't
out.
send the address.
Yeah.
You have to send. We don't know where to send it.
It's not like S Claus North Pole. It won't work that way. It won't work that way.
Yeah, we
to know.
need your address.
Yep, we need to know where to send the hat. Okay, so what else is going on in the world? What's happening? Oh gosh, Minneapolis. I'm
Oh.
probably the only one that thinks this is funny, but Minneapolis is trying to get rid of ice, and now they are under more real ice than they've been under maybe ever.
Do. Ice, baby.
Do. Oh, I get it.
Ice, baby. But they've had so much fraud there, and Kristi Noem and the Department of Justice.
Oh, the hammer's coming down.
The hammer's coming down.
Hammer's coming down. Pam Bondi, please.
Please, Pam.
Please, Pam Bondi. Just get this thing.
Take him out.
Get the lid of the mayonnaise jar.
Please,
yeah.
Mrs. Please.
Because then they're all going to fall. All those who deserve scrutiny and eventual justice need to get it. And it's only going to happen once the first domino falls. And I believe with all my heart and soul that the first domino is Tim Walz. Now this, I'm going to say apparent, I'm not going to say alleged. This apparent fraud is so vast and so deep.
And so terrible.
And so terrible, taking advantage of the child care system.
But let's go back to Ilhan Omar, the chick,
goodness.
the Somali chick.
My brother's sister,
you
my
don't
sister brother.
Baby, honey, you don't even know this part. So I won't even say the word because it's gross. But she said the GD United States. She did. In a meeting, whenever she said the GD United States, I'm like, you know what? You need to be shipped out right now.
That's what happens when people get found out.
You need to be shipped out right now. And she is very, very, very rich, and she took all the money about the
Where did that money come
crimes.
from, I wonder?
So anyway,
the taxpayers in Minnesota.
Yeah, so President Bush is now saying she's
sorry,
so terrible.
President Trump.
What did I say?
Bush.
Oh, sorry.
She worked for President Bush.
Yeah, so sometimes that happens.
Honest mistake.
So anyway, so President Trump, who we adore, we love, so he said she's a terrible person, and I'm not sure if that's a word he used, but basically this part he did say she needs to be deported or go to jail, basically, because she is very wealthy now, and you don't make that much money as a member of Congress. So this keeps happening, and this is my theory, and I've told John this, and I've sort of mentioned it here, but I personally think that George Soros and company, the globalist bad guys, what they do is they tell members of Congress, they're not all corrupt, but some of them are, and they're like, hey, give us 3 votes a year. So when you see a member of Congress vote weird, like a Republican vote, like, why are you voting that way?
Why are you voting against the big, beautiful bill?
Right. I told John this. I think that they got like $1 gazillion, and it's like in a Swiss bank account, and George Soros, or allegedly, or someone with a ton of money, a globalist, like, because, WEF, those are globalists. They're evil.
Right. So you're saying,
in my opinion,
you're saying that you think that Soros has a
bribes members of Congress. Yes.
Just lets it known. Yeah. Puts it out because there's no other reason for people to be voting.
Why would you vote a weird way?
Why would you? I mean, when we came to the castle last night, on every business, it's required. If you're a public business, there's a little sign on the door that says door must remain unlocked during business hours. So if you have a daycare and you are locked up tight during business hours, everyone has the right to go in and say what's going on. As citizens of that state, of that city, of that township, you have the right to go in. Certainly the fire marshal does, certainly law enforcement does, because your door must remain unlocked. And yet they had the doors locked. And that's just Minneapolis.
And I'm just talking about 01 because you as an American citizen, you have your rights. And when the man or the globalists are trying to take it away, you know what you do? You say, no, you're not.
Right, say no.
You're
not.
We would never give that up. We didn't get the jab. John and I talked about that the other day when he says, you have to do it. And we're like, no, we don't. We're not. And you have these young, lovely people dying now of heart attacks because they got the jab.
Allegedly, because they got the
jab. No, but doctors are now saying that they think that. The ones that are honest.
So
everything on our show is allegedly, so don't think you're going to sue us, jerks.
For Tim Waltz and for what's her name? Ilya
Kamala?
No, gosh, she's inconsequential. Thank God. She's now
Elon Amar. She's got to go. Please get rid of her.
For them to claim that it is a federal overstep to look into their corrupt child care system is absolute nonsense.
Well, let me remind you what I just said earlier.
And I'm just say one other thing. Mark my words. If they are defrauding the child care system, then they are absolutely defrauding the elder care system. Those two things go hand in hand. So that's going to be the next shoe to drop. But we've got to get to the bottom of what's been going on there. And it is not racist. It just happens to be that many of these child care places who have their doors locked during business hours, who have no cars in the parking lot, who are defrauding the taxpayers of Minnesota, many of them happen to be run by Somali people. It's not my fault. It's not your fault.
But they're Somali.
It's just a fact.
No, let me be real clear here. That's Somalia. That's not our country. I don't care about that. I care about our country.
And if you're Somali and you love Somalia, great. Love Somalia.
I don't care.
Well, go back.
I don't care.
Go back.
What I care about is the fact that Elon Omar, that married her brother to get in the country and should not be a member of Congress. They need to pass a law saying if you're not born here, you cannot be
there is a law that says you can't
elected official.
You can't marry a sibling. So there already is a law like that.
That's already disgusting.
So she got in here to break the law by breaking the law. And then she became a member of Congress. It's insane.
No, it's worse than that. Now she's got $30 million. So please, President
as a public
Trump,
servant,
send her out of this country post haste. In my opinion, that is the most important person to get the heck out of here. I cannot stand her.
Maybe she's the first domino. Then Tim will be the second domino.
She hates America. Whenever someone says, look, you're my enemy, you're my personal enemy, I don't care who you are, but you say, this United GD States, all right, you know what? Now we're at war.
Out.
Now I will go up to Minnesota and take her out. And you know what?
What hat will you be wearing?
Come at me if you got a problem with that. Because if someone says that, it's like she has like millions of dollars. And oh my God, I wonder where it came from. She didn't make that money. She got it somehow.
She didn't invent something. She doesn't hold a patent. She doesn't do concerts.
But when you say...
She doesn't even do public speaking.
When you say the U.S. GD stage, you are the enemy.
Yep.
And she was the enemy anyway. So President Trump is right. Send her back to Somalia or put her in jail. I don't care which. I'm good with both. But she needs to be out of Congress. She's disgusting. And I'm pretty reserved. Okay, I'm not. However, I do choose my words.
Remember, lightning bolts. Well, no, they're pretty.
I do, but on this woman, I want her out. Out.
Yep.
And President Trump, if you want me to go up there and take her out, I'll do it.
You can't.
And you all can be really mean about it and go, well, you can't do that. Well,
yes, you can. You can't use the laws of the United States to protect your unlawful activity. And that's what she's been doing. I got it. Uh-oh. Just says 3. That's what she's been doing. And that's not right. You can't... what did Uncle Jesse say? 2 wrongs don't make another. No, he said 2 wrongs don't make a right.
No, but when someone says the United got, GD stage, you get out, bitch.
And what?
And I mean
that means
because you're a member of Congress. You weren't born here, and nobody who's, in my opinion, if you're not born here, you should not be able to be a federal elected official. That law needs to pass. Thank you, President Trump. We love you.
If you've gotten into our country illegally,
for sure.
Then come on. If you are if you are engaged in an unlawful activity and you get caught, you have 2 choices. One, you can say, "I'm sorry," and you can take your lumps, as we used to say, or you can get your feathers all ruffled and pretend that you are protected by the very laws you broke to get here. That's not how it works.
01.
Currently,
This is America 01.
Currently, sadly, somehow, that seems to be how it works for some people. We've got to stop that. That's not how it works for me.
But baby.
What?
May I say this? Pam Bondi, do your fucking job. Oh, Tony, take out the F word. I don't want to say that. But I'm just saying, Pam, do your job. Take her out, get her out of the country, and let's be done with this.
Now, Pam does do a wonderful job, but she has got to get tough on crime.
And she's going to
What was that,
Minnesota.
officer? What was that dog? Maybe she's there now. What was that dog getting rough, Officer Rough or something, getting tough on crime? We need to get tough on this stuff.
But take out the F-bomb.
What do you call this? Well, now everybody knows again. What is it? Is it called? Is it blue collar crime? What is this?
White collar crime.
White collar crime. So it's white collar crime. It's a crime. It's still a crime. Okay? And she has, now I feel bad for the Somali people who were engaged, I'm talking, who were engaged in this nefarious activity because their representative, and make no mistake, she is not hey, Minnesotans, she is not your representative. She is their representative. Yeah. And I understand that.
Because she said United
we heard
States.
that, but they were operating a scam under the protection of someone who got their job illegally. Okay? So this is all kinds of stuff that should not be going on, but it is. We all know it. Okay? We all know it. We have our hand on the light switch, and the roaches know that somebody is about to turn the light on, and I believe that somebody's name is Donald J. Trump. He's going to turn those lights on, so you either scatter and try to get away with it, continue to get away with it, or you say, you know what, I'm sorry, I screwed up. I'm going to take my lumps. That's what an American citizen does. That's what a human being does. That is what an integrous person does. Okay? I'm not saying I've never done anything wrong. Everybody has done something wrong.
That's not the issue.
No, this is, they continue to get away with it, and they've gotten away with it for so long, they think that doing wrong is right, and it's not.
The issue is we are totally loyal to our country. We will give fortune, we'll give our life, we'll do whatever. Back in the day, whenever the Revolutionary War happened, that's what they did. John and I are like that. We will give whatever we have to do for our country.
Absolutely.
We will.
We'll die for our country, but that's all the time we have. So, love you. You take care. This has been Drinks
with... We love our country.
We do. This has
God
been Drinks
bless USA.
with Dee Dee
and John.
Here's the hat. What was the name of the horse that won the very first Kentucky Derby? I don't know.
It's a great name, by the way.
And you do too. All right.
Love you.
Take care. Thanks,
love
Tony.
You, baby.
Love you too.
You.
Bye, everybody. Yeehaw!
Made in America. God bless the USA.
I'm going to see the Hugh Jackman thing. I think because I love. Oh God.
God bless the USA.
No. Neil Diamond. Love Neil Diamond. Always
They're
have.
coming to America.
And I'll bet that Hugh Jackman did a great job. I bet he did. You all take care. Bye.
Bye. Love you.
Woo. Mean it.